William Maher, born January 20, 1956, is an American comedian, political commentator, and television host. He is known for the HBO political talk show Real Time with Bill Maher, 2003, Present, and the similar late-night show called Politically Incorrect, 1993-2002, originally on Comedy Central and later on ABC. Maher is known for his political satire and socio-political commentary. He targets many topics including religion, political correctness and the mass media. His critical views of religion were the basis for the 2008 documentary film Religulous. He is a supporter of animal rights, having served on the board of PETA since 1997 and is an advisory board member of Project Reason. Maher supports the legalization of cannabis, serving on the advisory board of NARML. In 2005, Maher ranked at number 38 on Comedy Central's 100 Greatest Stand-Up Comedians of All Time. He received the Hollywood Walk of Fame star on September 14, 2010. Early life. Maher was born in New York City. His father, William Aloysius Maher Jr., was a network news editor and radio announcer, and his mother, Julia Maher, née Berman, was a nurse. He was raised in his Irish-American father's Roman Catholic religion. Until his early teens he was unaware that his mother, whose family was from Hungary, was Jewish owing to his disagreement with the Catholic Church's doctrine about birth control. Maher's father stopped taking Maher and his sister to Catholic church services when Maher was 13. Maher was raised in Rivervale, New Jersey, and graduated from Pisgah Hills High School in Montvale in 1974. He then attended Cornell University, where he double majored in English and history, and graduated in 1978. Maher has said, "Selling pot allowed me to get through college and make enough money to start off a comedy career." Early career. Maher began his career as a comedian and actor. He was host of the New York City comedy club Catch a Rising Star in 1979. Maher began appearing on Johnny Carson's and David Letterman's shows in 1982. He made limited television appearances including on Sarah, 1985, Meg's Headroom, 1987, Murder, She Wrote, 1989, 1990, and Charlie Hoover, 1991. His feature film debut was in DC Cab, 1983. He later appeared in Red Bowie, 1986, House the Second Story, 1987, Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death, 1988, Newhart, 1988, hosted the talk show Midnight Hour on CBS, 1990, and Pizza Man television career. Maher assumed the host role in Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, a late-night political talk show that ran on Comedy Central from 1993 to 1997 and on ABC from 1997 to 2002. The show regularly began with a topical monologue by Maher preceding the introduction of four guests, usually a diverse group of individuals, such as show business, popular culture, political pundits, political consultants, authors, and occasionally news figures. The group would discuss topical issues selected by Maher, who also participated in the discussions. 21 Jerry Seinfeld, a regular guest on the show, stated that Politically Incorrect reminded him of talk shows from the 1950s and 60s when guests interacted with each other as much as with the host. 21 Politically Incorrect won an array of awards, including an Emmy Award for Outstanding Technical Direction, 2 Cable's Awards for Best Talk Show Series, and a Genesis Award for Best Television Talk Show. Maher earned numerous award nominations for his producing, writing, and hosting of Politically Incorrect, including 10 Emmy nominations, 2 TV Guide nominations, and 2 Writers Guild nominations. ABC decided against renewing Maher's contract for Politically Incorrect in 2002, after he made a controversial on-air remark 6 days after the September 11 attacks. He agreed with his guest, conservative pundit Dinesh D'Souza, that the 9/11 terrorists did not act in a cowardly manner, in rebuttal to President Bush's statement calling them cowards. Maher said, "We have been the cowards. Lobbing cruise missiles from 2,000 miles away. That's cowardly. Staying in the airplane when it hits the building. Say what you want about it. Not cowardly. You're right." Maher later clarified that his comment was not anti-military in any way whatsoever, referencing his well-documented long-standing support for the American military. After receiving complaints, FedEx and Sears Roebuck pulled their advertisements from the show, costing the show significant revenue. Maher's remarks after 9/11 were not the first time he had sparked controversy on Politically Incorrect. In the same year, he expressed his deep regrets and apologized after being widely criticized for comparing his dogs to retarded children. The show was canceled on June 16, 2002, and the Sinclair Broadcast Group had dropped the show from its ABC-affiliated stations months prior. On June 22, 2002, just 6 days after the cancellation of Politically Incorrect, Maher received the Los Angeles Press Club President's Award for championing free speech. Maher was on the board of judges for the 2002 Penn/Newman's own First Amendment Award Real Time with Bill Maher. 2003, Maher became the host, co-producer, and co-writer of Real Time with Bill Maher, a weekly hour-long political comedy talk show on the cable television network HBO. In 2016, HBO renewed Real Time through 2018 for its 15th and 16th seasons. During an interview, Maher told Terry Gross, on NPR's Fresh Air, that he much prefers having serious and well-informed guests on his program, as opposed to the random celebrities that fleshed out his roundtable discussions on Politically Incorrect. As with his previous show, Politically Incorrect, Maher begins Real Time with a comic opening monologue based upon current events and other topical issues. He proceeds to a one-on-one interview with a guest, either in studio or via satellite. Following the interview, Maher sits with 2 or 3 panelists, usually consisting of pundits, authors, activists, actors, politicians, and journalists, for a discussion of the week's events. Real Time has earned widespread praise. It has been nominated for more than 10 Primetime Emmy Awards and 6 Writers Guild Awards. In 2007, Maher and his co-producers were awarded the Television Producer of the Year Award in Variety Television by the Producers Guild of America. Maher holds the record for the most Emmy nominations without a win, having been nominated on 22 occasions and not winning once. 11 of the nominations were for Politically Incorrect, while 9 were for Real Time. The other 2 were nominations for 2 of his HBO comedy specials, I'm Swiss and Bill Maher. The decider notable response into Real Time episodes in late May 2005, Alabama Congressman Spencer Bachus sent a letter to Time Warner's board of directors requesting Real Time be canceled after remarks Maher made after noting the military had missed its recruiting goals by 42%. Bachus said he felt the comments were demeaning to the military and treasonous. Maher stated his highest regard and support for the troops and asked why the congressman criticized him instead of doing something about the recruitment problem. On September 17, 2010, Maher aired a clip of Delaware Republican senatorial candidate Christine O'Donnell from the October 29, 1999 episode of his old show Politically Incorrect on his current show Real Time with Bill Maher, where she mentioned that she had dabbled in witchcraft. This was one of the most notable of numerous controversial statements by O'Donnell that made her the most covered candidate in the 2010 midterm election cycle. In February 2017, Maher invited Milo Yiannopoulos to be interviewed on Real Time. Yiannopoulos accepted, despite protests from some commentators and fans. The appearance on Maher's show harmed Yiannopoulos' career due to comments in the interview in which he seemed to express sympathy toward perpetrators of child sexual abuse. In the days following the interview, Yiannopoulos had his invitation to speak before the 2017 Conservative Political Action Conference, as well as a book deal with Simon & Schuster, cancelled. Yiannopoulos subsequently resigned as an editor at Breitbart News. When asked whether Yiannopoulos' interview on the show was among the causes of his resignation, Maher concurred, saying, "As I say, sunlight is the best disinfectant. You're welcome." Later in June 2017, Maher came under criticism for saying I'm a house nigger on Real Time with calls being made by people to HBO to fire him. Following the episode, HBO sent a statement to media outlets, calling Maher's remarks inexcusable and tasteless, and said the cable network will remove that segment from future airings of the show. Maher also issued a statement apologizing for the remarks. As in